Hello again, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Cogeco North Bay News, truly local television. I'm Greg Estabrooks. Well, 200 people gathered on Main Street as Main Street was shut down for a while between Wild and Ferguson for a labor protest. The North Bay Labour Council led the group, calling on Nipissing MPP Vic Fedeli to bring a message of change to Premier Kathleen Wynne.
Local labor instability was brought to Nipissing MPP Vic Fedeli's office doorstep on Friday morning. North Bay District Labour Council President Henri Giroux was animated doing so.
And then we have the lockout. That's a shame. Shame on Karina. Because nobody should be locked out.
All of this chaos that's going on here in Nipissing really, falls on the shoulders of Premier Wynne. And, she has to turn her head north of Eglinton Avenue. There's a lot going on in the province of Ontario, and certainly here in Nipissing. And she's a large part of this, the reasons behind all this labor strife here in Nipissing.
No more cuts to the hospital. We don't need those administrators that are making the big bucks. We need the staff that are working in the front line. Stop those damn cuts at the hospital.
My message for the government is the people of Ontario deserve to have the correct skilled labor at the bedside, and that labor is registered nurses. It's not lesser skilled healthcare workers.
And to the people that are on strike from New Fall, I know it's not good to be on strike. We don't want to be on strike, but we gotta hold our principle. And our principle is that if you don't have a fair contract, then we'll stay on the frickin' line.
We can see that, in fact, what we're fighting for is not something that's unique to our sector, it's across sectors. And so this is a really important moment of solidarity among us, and it just feels good to be with each other and knowing that we're fighting for what is good and what is just and what's fair.
You know something's wrong in North Bay. You know that something is wrong.
Well, my message was loud and clear. I'm standing up fighting for North Bay, fighting for Nipissing at Queen's Park, because that's where the issue is. This is where it is. It's all about the cuts that the Liberal government has made, and we can see plain and simply here the reaction from the people. It started with the 350 fires at the hospital of frontline healthcare workers, including 100 nurses. It moved to Nipissing University, firing 54 members at the university, including 22 professors, and it continued with firing 43 people at Ontario Northland, and it just continues with the lockout and the strike. We're a community under chaos, and I've asked Kathleen Wynne, I hand-delivered a letter to her office that said, you have the power to step in. So that's my message. Kathleen Wynne, you have the power to step in and resolve all of these issues by getting everybody together.
And what we're saying to Catherine Wynne is get off your butt and get this thing settled now for all three areas.
This is not acceptable for a community like Nipissing here or North Bay here. It's not acceptable for all across Ontario. I'm sure she wouldn't see that kind of stuff happening all across Ontario. We are one Ontario, and I think that Catherine Wynne needs to be here and need to settle this.